Hey everybody, it's Christina again. And so the chicken got all cooked. Then I cut it up. And so I already have it divided up. And this is my third one that is going to go into one of the silicone reusable bags right here. And so I divided it up into 3 sections. There were almost 8 cups of chicken because, you know, I cooked a little bit extra. So about 2.5 cups into each one of these. I have them already here. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to make 3 different meals, and they're all going to go down into the freezer. So today we are making chicken stir fry, Greek chicken and orzo skillet, and cheesy chicken tortilla soup. Excuse me just a moment. I knew I would forget one thing. I'm going to need this, so. Okay. So, the first one I'm going to do is the Greek chicken and orzo skillet, and it calls for 1 portion of the chicken and 2 medium zucchini cut into 1/4-inch pieces. I already have some cut up, and I am using my Rapid Prep mandolin. I'll show you what I'm going to do. So first it's going to cut it into kind of like fries, just like that. And so this is what you end up with, and that's about 1/4-inch one way, but obviously much too long. So now I'm going to put it back in again. There we go. This makes life so much easier, especially when you're prepping a lot. If I just have a little tiny bit to do, I just use a knife or another tool. But today, because we're prepping ahead, I figured this was going to be the perfect time to pull this out. And, you know, for us, there's just 2 of us, so. And so now we have that nice 1/4-inch dice without it being exact. And I'm putting it into my classic batter bowl, which is what I had the chicken in before I divided it up. So like I said, I cut the chicken up into cubes, more or less, but I also could have shredded it, and for that I would have used the quick shred, which is right here. Comes apart, and so I could have used that on the chicken as well. Or, because I was trying to do it quickly and I didn't want to cut up the chicken all at one time, you also can cut the chicken into cubes before you cook it. And so I think, okay, this is going to tell me how long it took. What did I say? It was 12 minutes after it, yep, 12 minutes after it came to pressure. But if you cut it up, it only takes 9 minutes after it comes up to pressure. And it's hard to talk and do this at the same time. There we go. And I'll stop talking as much so that I can, so I can work and get this done a little bit quicker. I say that and then it's like, oh, I'm going to talk some more. I'll have to pardon me. And I don't know how this is going to work. I have not done this before. I know that is what they tell you not to do in any type of training, but it's kind of the way I roll. You know, a lot of times I will use a brand new recipe when I have company. They say never do that because you don't know how it's going to turn out. They say to not do substitutes, especially the first time you make something. I do. I am not, you know, I don't behave myself. So now I have cubed all of, well, most of it. That's good enough. Of the zucchini, and you will get these recipes if you comment in either the video that I showed yesterday or this one. And here we go. I'm going to get this out of the way because I will be using it again. So for the Greek chicken, it is 1 portion of the chicken and 2 medium zucchini cut into 1/4-inch pieces. That goes into the first bag. I don't know if the second bag is going to fit in here. So let me tell you a little bit about these silicone reusable bags. Here we go. They can be used to freeze. You can cook in them. If you like a shrimp boil, you can make a shrimp boil for 2 in the microwave in start to finish less than 10 minutes using frozen shrimp. So it's incredible. For a while, my husband and I were having that, you know, every week or every couple of weeks. And yeah, now we're kind of not doing that because I'm on an elimination diet and I can't have corn still for another 2 months. That's one of the reasons why everything is going in the freezer, because there's something in each one of them that I can't have yet. So, poor me, right? So here we go. Oh, and so I'm using these to freeze. So there's bag 1 and then bag 2, which goes into bag 1, hopefully. Stay. Has a can of chickpeas, which is about a cup and a half. And so I cooked some chickpeas in the Deluxe multi-cooker. Get these in here. A can of diced tomatoes with garlic and onions. And this is one that has the pull top, so I will have to be careful to not run my finger around it because I will cut myself. Lately, it seems like I'm even more, got some zucchini on the floor. So, what's the word? I cut myself, I bang into stuff, much more accident prone. There we go. So we have this, and it's going to have Greek seasoning, 3 tablespoons. So I'm going to, you will probably have seen some posts today of different seasonings to use. We have a really great pantry. All of our seasonings are gluten-free, which is important for me, but so it helps. Smells really good. I was gonna let you smell it, but you can't, sorry. But if you wanna come by my house sometime, just let me know if you're in the area. So now I'm gonna close this up. It has a nice zipper seal. I've been reading the reviews and almost everybody gave it 5 stars and saying that they are no longer using sandwich baggies. Here we go, just getting most of the air out. And now I'm gonna put this in here, hopefully. It is going to go in, there we go. And now, after I'm done today, I'm gonna label this and stick it down in the freezer. I'll date it because it should be used within 3 months, and that will not be a problem. And there we go. And just to show, see? So there is one meal. That is the Greek chicken and orzo skillet. The orzo, when you're cooking everything, you will cook your orzo separately. And orzo does not take long. It takes about 5 minutes to cook. And so first you empty the contents of bag 2 with some chicken broth and some water into a skillet and bring it to a simmer. That's when you add your orzo. And then you add the contents of bag 1 and it will cook an additional 5 to 7 minutes. And dinner is ready. And it's, I'm really excited about that. So next, we will do the chicken stir fry, because that is not all going to fit into one bag like that did. So I have my chicken here, and also in here I'm putting a cup of shelled edamame. And you can use whatever vegetables you want. You know, you don't have to use exactly what it calls for. Just about the same proportion. And here we go. This is some stir fry sauce that I made myself. And everything is settled. This is the older style of measure, mix, and pour. So you can use prepared stir-fry sauce or whatever you want to use. Here we go. Turn this. And it calls for 2/3 of a cup. Gets to where I can see I should have had my easy read. It would have been a little easier. No pun intended. There we go. And then it has 3 cups of broccoli florets. I'm going to put this where it's going to be safe. I don't want to have it tip over and have sauce go all over the place. I have my cauliflower already cut up, and that's 3 cups. And the other size, the smaller sizes, only hold 3 cups, so I know that it's not going to hold 3 cups of broccoli and the carrots that are peeled and julienned. I didn't peel them. They're fresh from a local farm stand. And again, I'm going to be using the Rapid Prep mandolin. And reset. Let's see. So on the back, you can measure how thick something is going to be. So I'm making it much thinner. I don't know if you can see there. And smaller. I'm going to go the wrong way. I think I'll do a 3. And we'll see how that goes. Excuse me just a moment. I'm going to get the zucchini out of here. Although it really wouldn't matter. I'll leave what's left in there. Not much. Okay, and now I'm going to put my carrots. I had to ask the smart speaker, or do a Google search, how many grams of carrots are in 2 medium carrots, because these are not medium carrots. And so it told me 120 grams. I like to measure in grams because it's the most accurate. So this one, get them so they're all right about the same size. And this is great for making French fries. It's what I use it mostly for. And it's great because your fingers don't get close to the blade at all. I mean, even if you're putting it in this way, you're not going to be able to get that blade on your fingers, but you always should use a food pusher. And it was great because when my grandkids were here, and so at the time they were 8 and 10, and they could just do the potatoes, make French fries, and it was great. They loved it too. Have a little bit of zucchini in there. Probably normally I wouldn't put all 4 in there, but I did. Here we go. Matchstick carrots to go with the broccoli. And I'm not gonna try. And so here we have a separate bag. Put the broccoli in here. Whoop. Sorry, put that off camera and drop some. And the carrot. Oh, why didn't I just... I always second guess myself, sorry. Here we go. Get in here. I don't know about you, but I always like to get every last little bit. I got that from my mom. You know, she was brought up during the Depression, and you used everything all the time. And I feel a little bit guilty when I don't. Not too guilty, but a little bit here. So let's see. Actually, this one that has the chicken and the sauce and everything in it, I am going to, yeah, there's no way. Squeeze the air out and seal it. To make sure I have it. See? It seals really well. And now this one calls for the carrots, broccoli, and 2 tablespoons of the Asian seasoning. Another one of our very popular ones. In fact, I had it years ago. Of course, This is gonna be about a tablespoon. Mine kind of clumped up, so pardon me. It's like right in the middle. And that happens sometimes with your seasonings. I'm guessing this one must have a little bit of sugar in it. Because I had heard that only the ones with sugar do that. Didn't look like it, but anyway. I should have checked it before I started doing the video, I guess. That's a little embarrassing, but you know, it's real life, right? How many of you have ever done something and you think that you're all ready and then come to find out, not so much? Okay. So this is approximately another tablespoon. I'm doing it because my tablespoon wouldn't get in there with all the clumps. I'm gonna have to take care of that. So now this is bag 2. I think I will know the difference when it's time to do the stir fry. And so for the stir fry, you heat a teaspoon of oil into the skillet and add bag 2 right out of the freezer. Cook it for 3 to 5 minutes and then add the contents of bag 1. Cook for 3 to 5 minutes or until the broccoli is crisp tender and the chicken is hot. And you serve it with rice. Well, not everybody likes rice. A lot of people are doing low carb things and low carb diets. And, oh, I'm not sure that this is big enough. No, I'll have to, I thought the small ones were gonna work, but these little clips, I will clip it together later. But you can use nothing. You could use a better grain, perhaps, like maybe quinoa or couscous, something quick cooking, or you can saute some cabbage or even use raw cabbage. Just slice it really thin so it's like in strips. And I've used that a lot of times to put a stir fry or something else on. And it's almost like noodles and it's really good. So that's my 2 cents worth. And so now that's 2 meals down. I don't need this anymore. And I don't need these anymore. And now we are to, oh, what did I do? I put the wrong ones together. So here we go. I had taken the Greek chicken in an orzo skillet. So this is the stir fry. Put that separately. And now we are going to prepare the soup. And so that one calls for a portion of your chicken, 3 cups of tortilla chips finely crushed. And so I was actually going to do this video, create the video yesterday, and I had a bag of tortilla chips. I thought that was going to be fine. No, I did not have enough. Come to find out, I needed a bigger bag. But what I like to do, I have to have it crushed finely, is use my meat tenderizer. Excuse me. Put my chips into a sealed bag and my meat tenderizer, and I have it on the flat side so I'm not piercing the bag, because if you're tenderizing your meat, you want this side to be like getting your steak or your pork tender. If you're just flattening your chicken breasts, for instance, you use this side. Or if you're crushing candy canes or tortilla chips or what have you, get the air out. Hopefully this is fine. I have about 2.5 cups. I call it 3. See, I'm using my silicone prep bowls today. I think they came with my kit when I first started. Okay, here we go. Nice fine crumbs. Yep, right to the 3 cup mark. So, I have my chicken 3 cups of tortilla chips, crushed. And 2 cups of corn, and I use fire roasted corn whenever I can, because I like it a little bit better. I had already measured out my 2 cups here, so. And again, I don't think the other bag is going to fit in here. We'll see. No, it's not. But that's okay because I can just label them bag 1 and bag 2. So I'm going to seal this one right up. The second bag has 8 ounces of American cheese cut into 1-inch cubes. It says, or 10 slices stacked. I used a ½ pound, which is 8 ounces. And again, I'm using my flexible cutting mats. I don't know if you know it or not, but they actually have inches and centimeters right on there. See that? 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put my cheese down. And I'm going to see, this is 3 inches wide. So 2 cuts here. And then it will be, again, 2 cups because it's square. And I use not the kind that's wrapped in plastic, the deluxe, because it's real cheese as opposed to the other that is not really real cheese. So this is the sandwich bag. So I'm going to seal up one side of it. Add my cheese. And a can of diced tomatoes with green chilies. It calls for a 14-ounce can, but these really come in 10-ounce cans. So I figure when I'm actually making the soup, I might add a little bit more liquid. I might add another can of tomatoes with chilies because I like it extra tomatoey, but for today, I am not. And pour my tomato right in here. And then it calls for 2 tablespoons of chipotle rub. Let it stay right there, just so you can see what I'm doing. And I have my chipotle rub right here. I hope I haven't stopped in the middle of a sentence. I do that often. My husband gets on my case a little bit about that. Guess it is a bad habit, but there I go again. But what am I, it's one of my idiosyncrasies. What can I say? And like I said, I thought that my smaller clips were going to be big enough. They are not. So I have some bigger ones as well upstairs. So I will get those later. And so now well, it's 23 minutes down. Part of that is because I talk so much. I have 3 meals already, and each one of them, when push comes to shove, take it out, and less than half an hour later, dinner will be ready, and it will be a fresh, delicious meal. The meals are for 4. Depends on who you have, who your 4 are. A lot of times something is for 4, and we actually get 3 servings out of it, but you'll know your family better than me. And so that's it. There are 2 other recipes that come with the e-cookbook. And one is smoky black bean chicken wraps, and the other is Dijon chicken noodle toss. And they both sound really good too, but these are the 3 that I ended up with. Let's see. I think I'm going to wrap it up. If there's something that I didn't mention, please let me know. And comment, let me know how you like those. And so while I have these recipes, there are so many other things that you can do when you power cook your chicken. Get your chicken all made, and usually I know a lot of casseroles or stir fries call for 2 cups of chopped chicken or pork. You can do the same thing with pork. You can do the same thing with beef. We don't eat beef very often. So I probably wouldn't do that. But if you spend just a little bit of time, all told, from, without all the talking, it probably would have been an hour to cook the chicken and to prepare 3 meals, maybe less. And that avoids going out to eat, spending extra money. And it's great when you just plan that into your meals for the week. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you do watch all the way through. If you do, let's see. Let me know which of those 3 recipes you are most interested in. The chicken stir fry, the Greek chicken and orzo skillet, or the cheesy chicken tortilla soup. You tell me which one you like, you'll get an extra 10. Now let's make it an extra 50 because this is long. An extra 50 tickets towards the prize drawing, which will be in a few days. So thank you very much for watching. Bye now.